Thanks for joining us on Media News live from Abuja to bring you the latest stories shaping Nigeria and the world at this hour. We begin this half hour with the Northern Governors Forum and the Traditional Rulers Meeting, where they reaffirmed their support for the swift implementation of the state policing reform, describing it as a critical mechanism for tackling the security challenge bedewing the country. According to them, Nigeria's centralized policing model can no longer meet the demands of a nation with over 200 million people with vast ungoverned spaces. The leaders caution against promoting divisive and one-sided narrative that undermine the national cohesion, entrench divisions, and ultimately harm collective effort to tackle the security challenges confronting the region. They held the meeting in Kaduna State to deliberate on how to tackle the worsening insecurity situation and other socio-economic challenges affecting the region. Dr. Sani Abdullahi Shinkafa is the Executive Director, a Patriot for Advancement of Peace and Social Development in Nigeria. He joins us live to speak more on this move by the Northern Governors Forum. The Northern Governors met in Kaduna and agreed to raise funds to combat insecurity. What do you make of this renewed financial commitment, and how significant is it in addressing security challenges facing the region?
Yeah, you see, the issue of insecurity in northern Nigeria for the past 1.5 decade is persistently overspilling in all the segments of the northern Nigeria. But with the meeting of the northern governors and traditional rulers in Kaduna yesterday, many meetings have been taking place. Many summits have been taking place by these northern governors and traditional rulers, but it has not changed the narratives. The commitment, the financial commitment that they have resolved to contribute 1 billion monthly, annually they are targeting to raise 228 billion naira to contribute in the fight against insurgency, armed banditry, and other criminal elements in the northern region. Such commitment have been made previous years, but along the way, some of the governors declined to make the commitment. But with this new arrangement now, what they have resolved, the money will be deducted from the source. That is from the Federation account before the money are being disbursed to the state. It's a welcome idea, but the governors need to sit off and try to address the root cause of this insecurity in the northern region by trying to look for proper homegrown solution. The root cause of this insecurity in the northern Nigeria is well known to the governors and traditional rulers. Poverty, out-of-school children, drug abuse, unemployment, weak infrastructure, weak judicial system, porosity of the border, proliferation of smaller and lighter arms into the Nigerian border. So if you look at critically, the northern Nigeria, most of the states share boundary either with Cameroon or with Chad or with Benin or with Niger Republic. Look, let's take a case of Borno State. Borno State share border with Chad, with Cameroon, with Niger Republic. So the governors should go back and look at the profile for homegrown solutions. Many summits have been taking place, many meetings have been taking place in the northern security in the northern Nigeria, but yet it has not changed the narrative.
Okay.
So some people like some observers looking at it as some like a jamboree.
Okay, before we go into the specifics, we're going to join a live transmission in Enugu State now, but of course the news continues on all our social media platforms, including on YouTube. Now to my second question to you, Mr. Shinkafa. From your assessment, what specific security gaps do you think these funds should target to make an immediate impact on the ground?
The security gap that the northern governors should try to do, they should build a synergy on the issue of intelligence gathering, on the issue of how to fight poverty, unemployment, and out-of-school children. So if the northern governors can come into synergy with each and one of the neighboring states on surveillance, like Niger. Niger share boundary with Zamfara State. Niger share boundary with part of Kebbi State. Niger share boundary with Kwara State. Zamfara share boundary with Sokoto, Katsina, Kebbi. If they can collaborate to have a surveillance and also intelligence gathering, I think it's another way forward. Buy patrol vehicles.
Wow. We'll definitely connect with Mr. Shikafe as he gives us more updates. Okay, I heard you are back now.
Many ways. They can also find a way of how to develop agriculture, develop the mining sector, and renewable energy. So this is the way forward. But many of the governors are just sitting off as a chief security officer, but they have turned to be chief executive officer of the state.
Okay, so Mr. Shikafi, I want to ask you this. How directly is mining linked to insecurity in the north? And do you consider this suspension an effective approach?
You see, I disagree with the governors on saying that mining is the major contributory factor of insecurity in the northern region. Why? Because most of these mining sites were licensed, but the mining sites taken by illegal miners and artisanal miners. The government should do everything humanly possible to find a way to expunge or to get these people apprehended. So the illegal mining may be one of the contributing factors, but may not be the major contributing factor. The major contributing factor of this insecurity is poverty, lack of education, illiteracy, porosity of the border, proliferation of smaller and lighter arms, and drug abuse, and bad governance, and corruption, weak judicial system. So these are some of the reasons. In Zamfara State, the previous administration of Bello Mohammed Motowale signed into law a death penalty for kidnappers, but to gazette the law and make it into effect, the government cannot gazette the law and see the light of the day. So right. These are some of the lacunas. Okay. Some of the governors are not ready, are not ever committed. Some of them are not staying in their state. So some of them will only go back to their state when they receive monthly statutory allocation. So that should be a total commitment and political will.
That's a better way to read it. Thank you very much, Dr. Sani Abdullahi Shinkafe, for giving us your thoughts on the security system.